What up, guys? This is Dakota and Mr. Kane Dawson over here at the LTD office. We're here to talk to Kane about his experience in life. All right, Kane. So how long you been working at LTD?
I've been with LTD for about 6-7 months now.
Dang, so it was right around the same time as Mr. JJ.
He started 3 months before me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard him. He got his dates all right.
That's what I was about to
He
say.
said 8 months, but he started in October.
Okay. He's like, I heard him over here. That's
I
awesome.
was laughing a little bit.
All right, what were you doing before you started working at LTD? How'd you get hooked up with us? Tell us the backstory.
Yeah, so before I started working with LTD, I actually had a pretty successful online coaching business. I was helping guys lose weight and get in shape. I was making good money, but I wanted to find a way to turn all that cash I was making into like actual wealth and create long-term wealth for me and my family. So I went to this real estate event in Dallas, Texas, and Jordan Wildman was actually there, which is pretty cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I went with my buddy. He was actually one of my clients at the time. His name was Mario. And yeah, he invited me over like the day before the event. I went to it, and it was crazy, just the opportunities that, you can create with real estate. So I am friends with a realtor back home. His name is Jeff Cavender. He actually was on a podcast with Tony and Dakota. And yeah, I let him know. I'm like, dude, I want to really get into real estate. I'm serious about this. And he's like, hey, I know somebody for you. And he hooked me up with Dakota. And the first time I reached out to Dakota, he's like, I don't know if we even have availability. And then I'm like, all right, yeah, just let me know. And then he hit me up the next day. He's like, hey, we actually have a spot. And I'm like, all right, count me in. And then, yeah, ever since then, I've been the dispo guy.
That was crazy. Yeah. Freaking Dom. Dom left the next day. I was like, all right, we got a spot.
Yeah, like the next day after I reached out, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, we got a spot open. All right, what's been your biggest lesson that you've learned so far from being an LTD? I know it's only been 6 months, but I'm sure you've learned something.
Honestly, like working with a team, that's been for sure the biggest lesson. Because like with my coaching business, I was just pretty much a solopreneur. I was by myself, and I'm a pretty like independent person, and I like having that like autonomy. But it also can be a weakness because, yeah, when I came here, I had to work with a team. That's still kind of the hardest part right now is like just communicating with everybody. But yeah, just learning how to work and kind of just like be cohesive. Every single guy here kind of like has a part in this big machine that he plays, and relying on other people is pretty hard sometimes. But yeah, just learning how to be a team player. And that's the biggest lesson so far.
What is the biggest deal that you've done so far? Or like, actually, you know what? Let's rephrase it. What's been your favorite deal so far?
Dude, my favorite deals are the ones I can just hit up one person and just like I know exactly who's gonna buy this deal and they buy it just like that. Just like the one today. We picked up a deal that a buyer was literally looking for on that exact road. First call I made, and she picked it up just like that. And we actually do that pretty often. We just know, like, okay, this deal is going to be perfect for this one buyer. We just make a quick phone call. We know they're going to buy it, and they scoop it up. Those are my favorite deals.
Yeah, tell us, not the one today because that one will be too soon, but tell us about one. I'm thinking of one in particular. I don't know if you remember it.
In the Bluffton?
Yes, tell us the Bluffton deal.
You said the most we've ever made.
That was the most too? Okay, yeah. Tell us the story on that one.
Should I tell how much we made off?
You can tell how much we made, just don't tell them the names.
Okay. Well, we made a $95,000 assignment.
Jeez.
It was 2 different properties, but we sold it as a package for one because we picked them up from the same person and then we sold both of them to the same person. But yeah, we made $95K on that deal. That was a crazy deal, dude. I was like wheeling and dealing with the buyer. I was with my girlfriend at dinner and we were with her friends. I'm like, sorry, babe. Like, I was just negotiating with him while we were at dinner. And I was just like, this is going to be a huge deal. Like, we need to close it. And it was just super exciting. That was like one of the few deals where I don't know, I felt like Wolf of Wall Street, like I had to just go crazy and just like we were just talking back and forth for like hours and hours until we got the price. And Dakota wouldn't even let me accept like 2 G's less. So we were negotiating over like a few $1,000s, but we got it done. We got it done.
Yeah, so the first offer we were making what 92.5 then,
Yeah.
and I said nope 95 or we're not doing it. And like Kane's like,
Yeah.
dude, what are we doing? I'm like, nope 95 or we're not doing
Dude, I
it.
was stressed, and it was because like yeah, you could say sure we're making 92, like we should be happy with that, but he knew what we had, so he knew like Dakota knew if we would have flipped it, we could have made what like 130, like we could have made way more
Oh, yeah.
money. So he's like, yeah, we're making 90, but we know what we have. We could make way more if we flipped it. So if we're gonna wholesale it, if we're gonna give him the opportunity to take this equity, then yeah, we got to be at a minimum price.
100%. Yeah, whenever we're dispoing deals, I always say we're giving away free equity. So I see that as giving away free money. It legitimately is giving away free money, free net worth. It's like it's all there. A lot of times you have to work for it. You know, if there's a tenant in there, you got to kick them out. If there's, you know, you got to give the owner time, or it's sight unseen. Like there's just a lot of equity, but sometimes there's a little risk. But I don't know. We take a lot of risks too. We buy them sight unseen. So anyway, it's worked out for us 99% of the time.
100%.
So what's your future looking like? What are you looking forward to? What's your next goals? What's a milestone? Where are you going?
Dude, so much pops up in my brain when you ask me that question. But yeah, I really want to grow as a person. I mean, one big benefit of working with LTD is that like we're constantly going to events all the time and just like developing ourselves. Like we go to all the Grant Cardone events. We're about to go to Phoenix, all the guys together. We're gonna go to Phoenix, Arizona.
Andy Elliott.
Yeah, Andy Elliott event. So it's just like I just love developing as a human, as a man, and that's kind of what I see in my future. Just keep leveling up as a person, keep buying properties, build my net worth, just keep growing, just growing as an individual. That's when, like, you know, I could say I have one specific target, and I do have some goals in mind, but like the only direction I want to go is just keep improving, like just improve my health, my fitness, my mindset, my money, my discipline. Just as long as I'm improving and heading in that direction, I'm happy and I'm in the right place for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Let me think.
Throw them at me, buddy.
Let me think. I'm trying to think of something else good. Oh yeah.
Warmed up.
Yeah, so something that we do at LTD is we actually give people a property for free. Not for free. Let me rephrase this.
I wish.
We give people a free property. No, we give them one deal that they're going to be set up with. So tell us about that deal and like what made you want to move to Fort Wayne.
Yeah, that was a really good deal on both ends, because like here's the thing, like a lot of people get mad about how much money we make on our wholesales. Not everybody, but you know, there's that select few that get mad that we're making a bunch of money. But I actually bought a property from our company and they made like 60 G's off the property that I bought. But
No, we didn't make that much, but
like 50.
I think it was like 40.
Yeah. Well, you guys bought it for 70. I bought it for 135.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. All right, they made like
40.
at least, yeah, $50,000. But the thing is, it's like it doesn't matter how much they're making, matters how much I'm buying in at. And I bought the property for 135. The ARV is like 205. In the property, I literally put 15,000 of work in it. So, well, I'm all in 150,000. Now I'm sitting at 50K equity. So like I literally just by purchasing that property just increased my net worth 50,000. And yeah, they made good money off it, and then I made good money off of it. And then yeah, I rehabbed it, moved into it, and yeah, that's what made me come move to Fort Wayne as well.
Yeah, the coolest part about that deal too is just I remember structuring it with you, and then like you're like, dude, why? You're like, why are you laughing or why are you smiling? I'm like, dude, because you don't know how rare it is.
I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, to get into a deal with zero down, no money out of your own pocket.
I forgot to mention that. So not only did I increase my net worth like 50,000, but yeah, I literally bought it for no money down.
Yeah,
that just shows like, hey, it is possible. Because I know if you guys watching this are like me, you probably watch a lot of like real estate stuff, and they always tell you it is possible to buy property no money down. I was always like, I don't know if that is like I don't know if I can ever do that, but yeah, like it is possible. You just got to know the right people and structure, know how to structure the deal. But yeah, you can make it happen.
Yeah.
Literally zero. I just put money into the rehab. But yeah, no money down, 50K just like that.
Yep. And you didn't necessarily have to put the money into it if you didn't want to. It was still livable if you wanted to just clean it out.
It was livable. It was rent ready. I just I'm a little picky, so
yeah.
I just wanted it to look up to date and look kind of pretty.
100%. All right, this will be the last question then. What made you decide to want to come to LTD in the first place? Like, was it LTD specific, or were you just looking for any change, or was it like any opportunity you were given, you like, I'm going to take advantage of it, or was there something that attracted you to us specifically?
Yeah, it was definitely the culture. Like, I always told myself, like, I would, when I had my online coaching business, I always told myself, like, dude, I'm never going to work for anybody else ever again. I was very, very independent, making great money, but like coming to work with LTD is like, it doesn't feel like a job. Like, they give me a ton of freedom in the dispositions role. And also it's like, they care about development. Like I said, we're going to all these events. Like, I don't have to ask him if I can go travel or like take time. He's like, as long as we're producing and providing value, like I go and travel. Like, I still have all the same freedoms. I can work from anywhere. I have all the same freedoms that I had when I was working by myself. The culture is crazy. Like, everybody here is just, again, about self-development, improving as men. We do have Raylene and Kira, but 90% of us are men. And we're all about just improving as men. So there's the self-development, there's the freedom, the culture, and then just learning about real estate. Like, that's the most important part. For me, is just learning how to create wealth for me and my family, learning about real estate. And honestly, I tell Dakota this all the time. Like, I would not work like for anybody else. Like, literally, this guy's a leader. He knows how to give his people autonomy and independence. He's not barking orders at you. He's a true leader, and he leads from the front for sure. And yeah, I wouldn't be working with anybody else, like, for real.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, and he didn't pay me to say that either.
Nope. All right, guys. See you guys on the next one. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.